Alan boys, how we doing? Welcome back to another episode of this Leicester City career mode, and today we're going to be heading in to the January transfer window. And what a shock, what a surprise. You guys absolutely smashed the comments with even more suggestions to add to the shortlist, and I'm extremely indecisive. If you're new to the channel and you don't know that already, I'm a very indecisive person when it comes to picking players, because there's so many that are good. But today we're going to be signing some new players. We've got a small budget, about 41 million, to sign 3 quite important players for the club. We'll just see what happens. We're going to quick sim this first game against Man City because we've already played them twice in this series, and we're on what, episode 6 or 7? So to avoid just constant repetition, I'm going to actually quick sim that one. I have fallen to the habit of only playing the big teams and never playing anybody else. Although that's fun, that's probably not the best way to go about it. I'm going to try and spread out who we play against a little bit more. So we will be taking on Liverpool before any dealings are done. And of course, I'm going to be going through all your suggestions, scouting them and adding to the shortlist right now, because we need the scout reports back as quickly as possible. I've now just scouted loads and loads of players that you guys suggested. Boys, there were so many. It's fantastic to see. The suggestions have just been through the roof. Thank you very much, honestly. If we're being honest with ourselves, do I see this as a game we're going to win? Absolutely bloody not. Man City have an unbelievably good team. We've rotated. Maddison's playing left wing because we're devoid of left wingers, and I want Yorkiemann for the Liverpool game. So it was a 50-50 toss-up, and Maddison got it, and we get a draw. Yorkiemann with the opening goal. Riyad Mahrez, the ex-Leicester player who I think a lot of you want me to pick up at some stage, getting a goal back. It seems like a fairly boring game of football, but we'll take a point from Man City. Only a couple of days later, and we take on first-placed Liverpool. Not an ideal situation. Just not an ideal situation at all, but this is our starting 11. It's fairly strong until you look at the back line of Golding and Vestergaard. So the pace there to try and stop Mane and Salah is purely going to be on Justin and Pereira. Please, boys, you could do a job here. Hopefully, we just don't get embarrassed. And the bench is the weakest it will ever be because we've got no depth. And I'm going to keep saying that throughout this series because we've got no depth. Love to say Liverpool are out of form as well, but they're clearly not, are they? They're top of the league. And although Tottenham have been top of the league, and we knocked them off top of the league, I don't imagine with the squad we've put out today it's going to be as easy against Liverpool. This is all cylinders Liverpool, not the Liverpool we played before, and you're not going to get that ball over the top against Virgil van Dijk, are you? You're just not. Oh, well, and Justin stepped out there. Then I'll play the ball into Yorkiemann. Yorkiemann's going to dink that one over. Brooks tries to get it across. Still can't get to it. Nice bit of play, though. We stepped out and won the ball back from Mohamed Salah. I just can't let him get in behind because if he runs at me, he's got way too much pace. Justin won't be able to keep up with him. Although Justin is fairly quick, I need to keep Mohamed Salah in front like that. Oh, that's a good ball out to Bobby Firmino. And just like that, we're 1-0 down. Well, that was a good goal, wasn't it? That was a pretty decent finish from them. Avoiding that happening again would be nice. We are kind of like the comeback kings a little bit, aren't we? But defensively, they're too quick. I'm going to really struggle with Golding and Vestergaard at the back today, trying to just do anything against them. Good ball back across. That's and Daka ends up getting on it. Oh, that's great from Daka. Oh, he couldn't get off his shot. Virgil van Dijk got to him, but what footwork that was from Daka. Unbelievable stuff. He just shows every single time I use him more and more sides to his game that are just going to end up being very successful. Stop the cross at all costs, boys. Mohamed Salah. Look at Golding trying to keep up with Mohamed Salah. I mean, I think he's a GOAT. He was an unbelievable player in years gone by, especially in that Atletico Madrid side, who were very successful. He's not the same player, is he? Mohamed Salah now. Just stop him putting the ball in, he takes it out. Brooks managed to get the ball out. We are being pressed very aggressively. Yorkiemann now, they've stood off him. Jose Perez, get that up. Patson Daka, oh, what a save from Alisson. That's a beautiful save from him. Brooks is going to play in this corner. Whippages to nobody. Robertson's there. Honestly, the wealth of talent on this Liverpool team is making me jealous. We will get there though, boys. We will build this team to being somewhat similar to what they've got out on the pitch. Obviously not the same, but you know what I mean? Really talented players. And as soon as we get some depth, we'll be a little bit better. I think the youth idea that everyone had in the comments is perfect as well. I think young players, build them around some very experienced players, but some young players is certainly what we need, because there just isn't that much talent in this academy that we've got. Now, in real life, that probably isn't the case. But on FIFA, that is the case. I shouldn't have passed that ball there. Oh, they're in behind. Now, Pereira isn't slow. This is the one side where we might be okay because Pereira's not slow, but we're not okay when you let Mohamed Salah get volleys off. Luckily, he didn't catch it right. They could pose a threat from a corner. They did go short to Salah in the end. I didn't think they were going to. I thought they was just trying to pull me out of position. Salah up against Justin. Justin can't stop Thiago. Salah again now. Pulls it back across. Oh, my God. What football that was from Mohamed Salah. And we're purely at the moment just being beaten by the better team. But we won't give in. We'll keep going. I think he might be off. Daka takes it nicely. Oh, my God. What a goal. Is he on? Is he on? He's bloody on. Pass and Daka makes it 2-1. What a finish. I love this, man. We don't need to sign another striker for the rest. Stop suggesting strikers, guys. We don't need one. We're never going to need another striker. Daka is a god. I thought he was off for a second. He takes it. And oh, my God. Before the ball can drop, he just slots that home. That is it. We're back in it, and we never give in. We'll fight until the end of every game we play. Oh, they made a mistake. Can Daka just pounce on it? He can't. Thiago and Fabinho running into each other there. 21 goals in 16 matches. He right now is the most informed striker in the world. And oh, that's bad from Yorkiemann. And when you don't have players that can recover because they're slow, you end up conceding. And that most likely will be the game. Adoma Yorkiemann giving the ball away. Liverpool make it 3-1. I think that's us done. Well, the Liverpool press really proving to work there, didn't it? And just frustration, really, because you get back into the game, and the one thing you need after you've got back in, 5 minutes of calm, 10 minutes of calm, get in at the half, 2-1 down, a lot to play for. Then Yorkiemann gives the ball away like that, and Liverpool will punish you, especially when your two centre-backs have a combined pace of 12. I've been toying with the idea of playing a DM when we play the bigger sides. I don't know what you guys think, but instead of a cam, just a DM against the big teams. Because we are a little bit vulnerable, and without the quick centre-backs, we need that kind of man that's going to cover there, and that would probably be Ndidi who would play as a DM. Maybe that could be an option. That's a great ball cut out there. Yorkiemann now finds Daka. Daka's going to take it down this wing just so that it opens up space. And he's going to play that forward. And Brooks is going to try and play it straight in behind to Yorkiemann. And just can't find the pass. And this is the problem, right? We're being risky. The Mohamed Salah. Oh, what a save, Schmeichel. Well, Bobby's coming off, boys. I think that's Weghorst coming on for them. I think they signed him again. I'm not sure. Naby Keita is going to come on the pitch as well. I think it is Weghorst. That was a Mobley. They signed a Mobley. I didn't notice that as we've just given the football away. And Mohamed Salah is making me look like a idiot. Every time he's on the ball. Brooks there will play that one out wide. Jose Perez now. Good footwork from him. That is lovely play. Ricardo. Ricardo's got a man on. Oh, you've got to get the ball through there, Ricardo. It has to go through to Daka in that situation because we can't afford to keep playing these poor passes forward and then find ourselves in this position. Well in Yannick Vestergaard. But the pressure that they're putting me under, the press that they're putting me under, is causing me a number of issues. I personally at this stage think this game is done. And we got Norwich on the horizon, which is definitely a more winnable game. So we're going to bring off Patson Daka. We're going to bring on Dewsbury Hall for Tielemans as well, because this stage, why not? Alexander-Arnold there did really well against Justin, and then we're back to Mohamed Salah, where Golden for the first time has won the ball back. He's probably wondering why he doesn't have men just absolutely bombing forward. We're going to have a Jamie Vardy opportunity here, are we? Oh, we're not with a pass like that, Yorkiemann. He's not had a good game. I'm a Yorkiemann fan. I am a Yorkiemann fan, but he has not had a good game here against Liverpool. In a big match where he's given the opportunity, he's the only left midfielder we've got that is fit at the moment and that isn't on the injury table. He's got to perform better. Well, Jamie Vardy does brilliantly there to win that back. And then the pass again. The passes today from us have been really poor going forward. It's been worrying because our counter-passing is usually what we thrive ourselves on. That's our whole attack. Not having much of the football and playing some ridiculously good counter-passes. They've been non-existent today, and that is a brilliant ball. And again, there's just this real issue at the moment that the AI just always smash the ball top corner. You know, you guys have seen it. You'll be feeling it yourselves now. I've got no issue with us conceding, but it's always a rocket. Last full time, and really the extra goal was just piling the misery on. We weren't good enough today. We didn't have the personnel on the pitch to be good enough. One player that stood out again, Mr. Daka. The back line is the worst it could have been to play against Liverpool, which is exactly not what you want. We'll take this one on the chin. You know, we don't expect to be a team that can beat Liverpool every time. I'm Mobley with that late goal, though. I just wish I could stop these rockets that they score. You know, he could tap that in and that's fine, but it's always bloody skyrocketing through the net. I've been meaning to do this for ages, and it is net tension too tight. I don't think I need to do anything else with this. I'm going to leave them the same. I don't think that matters, but net tension is now going to be tight, so we'll have tight goal nets. I've been meaning to do this for epic. Of course, now we've got Norwich coming up, so this is definitely a more winnable game. That Liverpool one, just with the line, I couldn't deal with the back line, could I, boys? I really could not deal with their back line. Another monthly scout report. Let's see if we've got anyone worthwhile. And again, I'm not just looking at someone who is, you know, potential of 94. They don't have to be, but their base value is very important because that will determine how good they're going to be to start with. So Benkovic leaves and the window opens. I want to wait until all the scout reports come back. We are going to list some players now. Ryan Bertrand's going to be listed. Of course, I'm not listing Maddison yet. We're going to give him the rest of the season. Had a fairly decent episode last time out. Albrighton will be listed, though. I think his time at the club is done. Ayoze Perez will be listed. I think his time at the club as well is done. We'll see what deals we can get for him. That will be it on the listed front. So the transfer hub at the moment doesn't have a lot of the new players that have been suggested. I do want to wait until we get some of these scout reports back, but my mind is settled kind of with Renato Sanchez if we can agree this transfer fee, 33.4 to 34.3. Now, it is going to leave us very little money on the wings, but we are going to be bringing some money back in, of course, with those players we've just listed. And that should be what we spend on bringing in the wingers, who are going to be young players who hopefully are going to be around the 10 million mark and cost absolutely nothing more than that. But I have, of course, filled this list up with more players, but there's still more that you guys have suggested that I want to look at. Now, if we don't sign the player you've suggested in this career mode or even in this season, do not be disheartened, because that doesn't mean that we won't sign them. I very rarely re-sign a player that I've used in a series before. Obviously, we're giving ourselves a little bit of leeway with the Tottenham save because we didn't get to fully finish that series. So there are going to be plenty of opportunities for us to use all these players that get recommended, and I love the recommendations. You guys smash it. It helps me be less indecisive as well, although you have come back with a ton of unbelievable players this time round, and just throughout this series in general. This will be the starting 11 for the Norwich game. We're going to play it because I think these are the kind of games that we definitely need to pick up points from. Man City are now neck and neck on points with us, and Champions League football is going to be very hard to get with the squad we've got, but we need to get it. Can't afford to be sacked again, can I? We're also now going to be scouting for a veteran player just to fulfill that, so we definitely won't get sacked. I actually forgot that Maddison was from Norwich. Literally just came up then. It feels like it's so long ago now since he moved, and Norwich have been so yo-yo ever since, although they always have been. Let's see what they've got for us today, though. They're 16th in the league, so they're not in the relegation zone, and they're actually having a fairly decent season. Of course, I will look at the end of the year. We do like to pick players up from relegated sides because it's realistic, right? A lot of the better players from those relegated sides would then move on to better teams. It's good to have Madueke back in. Timothy Castagna, the ball is good. Patson Daka just couldn't get to it. So bloody close. Max Irons, of course, in this team, who we picked up in that Spurs series. And I actually really liked. I wouldn't mind using him again at some stage, but there might be a cheeky series that we already have on the go where he might be joining that team there. Daka now pulls them out of position. But Lookman, this is a big opportunity for him. Oh, Tim Krul just spoiled Madueke's day. Today's definitely not about James Maddison. About whether we can win this game of football or not. And Didi's going to poke that one out wide. Madueke will poke it back then to Timothy Castagna, who plays that in. And he's played a couple of really good passes so far. That's, oh my God, what a pass that was! Yuri Tielemans just nudged himself out of the way, didn't he? He just stepped out of the way for a second. James Maddison scores again. And I'm telling you, I can, you know, start liking a player again if I didn't like them when I first started using them. Maddison keeps putting himself in these positions, and he might be good for us in this series. He's the number 10 for a reason. I shouldn't have celebrated, though. I've just realised it's his old club. I should not have celebrated. Apologies, Norwich fans, apologies. He didn't mean it. James Maddison did not mean that. I promise you. 2 goals now in 11 matches, and maybe starting to find a little bit of form. I mean, you've got to pop up in those positions if you are a number 10, you know? Those little poaching positions, the extra man in the box, you have to pop up in them. And Madueke is proving to be just a fantastic signing suggestion from you guys, to be honest. It's good to have the usual back line back as well, isn't it? Like, not having them playing was painful. That's a good ball across. Fofana does clear it. Castagna again with a great pass out. Madueke. I spot that out wide. Oh, Davis stopped surely what could have been a goal-scoring counter-attack. Although we've still got it now. We're going to poke that into Yorkiemann. Yorkiemann's taking it extremely well. Good footwork from him, which he's got. I'm going to keep it. We'll play that forward now into James Maddison. He can't keep hold of it. Daka slides that into Tielemans. Madueke from distance. Sorensen's there, but we still have the football. Madueke driving it across. Patson Daka can't get the ball in the back of the net. And the pressure from us right now, though, is continuing. Go on then, Yorkiemann. That is a lovely ball over the top to Yorkiemann. Had to hit it first time because of the defenders. Well saved, Tim Krul. Madueke. Patson Daka. Wants that run there from Maddison. He's going to get it again. Just a little bit too much on the ball in those moments. And we could find ourselves 2 or 3 up. We've been a little bit slack at that today, if I'm being honest with you. And that needs to pick up if we are to pick up the 3 points. We've got a late Norwich free kick. And I want absolutely nothing to come from that. Tielemans has done a great job. He's going to get the ball back as well. He's got the power there to deal with him. Go on then, Yorkiemann. Show me what you've got. You've got the pace. You've got the legs. Adama Yorkiemann surely does not score it. Oh, he's just got to be more clinical, hasn't he? Tielemans did brilliantly there. Maybe could have taken it a little bit closer, but I was worried he was going to take a touch too much. That's going to be half-time, and it's only 1-0. It should be more, and you know 1-0's not good enough for us. Standing now. Waits for that run. Might have even been fouled there, but Daka's got it. Daka this time. We're not going to mess it up. Yorkiemann, there we go. It is 2. We needed it. Yorkiemann and Daka linking up well. Timothy Castagna has really impressed me in this game. I've been very 50-50 on what we should do with him because he's 80 rated. Would probably garner a lot of interest and a good amount of money. But you can't get a better backup right back at the moment than him, really. And what he offers to the team is brilliant, especially in big games like this and big European nights. To be able to not have Ricardo in the team and still have such a good right back is perfect for us. Oh, Tielemans there. He's done brilliantly. He's found Daka, and this is a good position for Daka, and he does not make mistakes. Norwich are falling apart here in this second half, and we're taking advantage. Oh, Tielemans has stolen it again. He's done really well there to steal it, but he's got to be smart on the football there. He was. Gets it to Maddison. Maddison, great dribbling through to Daka. Oh, Norwich have just absolutely crumbled. In a matter of moments, they've just absolutely crumbled. And Patson Daka is going to make this one done. It was great play from Tielemans to win it back. And then he was smart to get the ball to Maddison. And then what a pass that is from Maddison. And we're finally seeing some good link-up between those 3 players. And really, some good link-up between Maddison and the forwards. Well, there's just no need to keep all the big boys on now, is there? So we'll make some changes. Iheanacho's going to come out. And I haven't given him a fair shot, but he's a great player to have on the bench. We're also going to bring on Thomas, and we'll bring on Dewsbury Hall again, who is now getting game time due to injuries, and he's not made a single mistake yet when he's been given that game time. Well, this has been a great performance for us, and a great performance from that man, Castagna. And now we're going to get Iheanacho in, surely, for a goal, and they are just wide open at the moment. And James Maddison is finding these through balls perfectly timed. Fantastic stuff. He's probably doubled his assist total today as Maddison, just because of this performance. And we know Norwich are a little bit leaky at the back. They managed to play fairly well in the first half defensively, but it's just come undone this second half. We'll never guess it. But bloody Adama Yorkiemann's just picked up a knock. He's our only left mid that I have at the moment, and he's just picked up a knock due to a tackle. We are seeing players dive in more, though, which is really good to see, because I weren't seeing tackles fly in before. I think it had been suggested a few times to me as well that other people weren't seeing it happen. Now we are seeing them dive in a little bit more. Oh, is he onside here? I think he is. Wesley Fofana's going to try and catch up to him. What a job that is from Fofana. But yeah, so Yorkiemann could be out injured now as well. It doesn't look like a serious one. Hopefully, it's just like 5 days. Oh, we've got a red card here. Tom Davis has come on and got himself a red card. He's been on the pitch 5 seconds. Well, look at this tackle that I told you. They're diving in a bit more. Look at that. I don't think it's a red card. I think it's a yellow and a free kick to us. No damage done. Definitely don't think it's a red. He should feel hard done by. But they've given a red. We've got another free kick. Free kicks on FIFA, eh? Free kicks on FIFA. I am over the moon. I don't know what I've done, but I've done it. It was awful, wasn't it? It was, let's be honest, it was awful. But the more I get to take of them, the better I should get at them. Well, good news. Yorkiemann has actually run off his injury. That's the first time a player has run off an injury. Good news for Norwich as well. The game is over. We've seen a red card, which is great. First time we've seen that. We're seeing tackles come in now. Great. Fantastic stuff. We've also just seen Leicester win 5-0, which is very good as well. I think we got saved a little bit there, didn't we, with that injury, luckily for us. Well, we're going to have a transfer offer for Maddison, and I have a ton of these scout reports now to go through. Transfer offer for Maddison is from Gladbach, so, I mean, after that performance, we're going to reject that straight away, and I think we can against a team like Gladbach. If it was a much bigger team, maybe an English side as well, we might have to think about that. Well, some rotation for this match, but I still wouldn't mind going fairly deep in the FA Cup, but of course the league's got to be our main focus. I'm going to quick sim this one. Of course, we're trying to get through this month. We do win it 3-2. They gave us a good game, though. Daka and Iheanacho with late goals. Yorkiemann with another one early doors. Does allow us to beat Blackpool. That did manage to score 2 passes. We really are leaky at the back. I was playing a backup set of centre-backs, though, to be fair. And you guys did suggest that we could actually just look for a veteran player. And a veteran is not one of the options to search for, attribute-wise. So, I mean, maybe you could just do it by age, and then they have to be over 85 overall rating, but that's not really what I want to do. So, I don't think we're going to be able to just scout for a veteran as easily as people thought we could. We've got a transfer offer here for Ayoze Perez. Of course, we want rid of him. And it's a decent bid, so I'm just going to accept that straight off the bat. And hopefully that money can come in, and we will use that to sign a winger. Jan Valery signed for Manchester United. Didn't expect to see that. Marco Brighton transfer bid now as well. It's not ideally where I'd want him to go, but we will accept it as well. So the money for those 2 players should sign us 2 wingers. Hopefully, that's the plan anyway. Not the news we wanted. Ayoze Perez can't agree. Negotiations with Athletic Club. Now, I've got another bid from Villarreal for Albrighton. But, I mean, that's a bit of an issue. We really need to shift Perez if we're going to be able to improve the right wing. I want a really good backup for Mads. Right, game coming up against Burnley. And we're going to quick sim this one as well. Hopefully, we'll get a decent result against Burnley. We're in a good run of form. And we do 2-0 the victory. Maddison and Ayoze Perez, who hopefully is soon to be leaving the club, scoring the goals. I haven't got all, but I've got a lot of your guys' players on the list. And we need to start making deals. Now, money coming in is going to be hugely important. But left midfield, we are really bare at the moment. So I think my initial mindset here is let's get a left midfielder in. Let's get that deal done and dusted so that we've got some backup there. And we've got some suggestions. It can be a left winger as well. So how many left wingers do I just have? The one. And that's Jaden Braff from Man City, who would be a good youngster for the future. He's got really good potential and he's a very quick player. I'm tempted just to bring him in as a future star, to be honest with you. How much would he cost? Well, we're going to buy him. We're going to buy him. He's not going to be the left midfielder for now. We might even loan him out, but he should grow well. And Jaden Braff at that price is a steal. Well, we aren't paying much for him, but Braff for 1.9 million, 15k a week, has joined the club. Now, I just needed more reliable young players as backups, which we don't have at the moment. We've got one right there. Do need someone now, though, who is good enough for now as well. The problem is everyone I see here is probably going to cost a lot of money. Maybe Trossard could be the play. 13 million for Leonardo Trossard. He's experienced. He's a good left winger. Oh, maybe Trossard could be the play at the moment, actually. Damsgaard is 30 million. Bradley is what? 20 million and has just moved to Fiorentina, so that's a no-go. Cody, again, too expensive. We just don't have the money. I'm going to have to be very smart now. Angel Gomez could be a good one because he's young, he's English, so he suits that, and he's quick. So I think here we might go for Gomez. He should grow really well. That would fix our left-sided problem. So we're going to go for Gomez. He's one for the future as well, who we could make a lot of money off. He's going to cost us just 5 million. So, I mean, that's a great deal. We'll delegate with the wages for that one, though. He's going to be a bit of a higher wage, but 5 million to bring him in, we solve our left-sided problem. Now, my head front runner for centre-back is this lad, Pape Cisse. Now, the front runner at centre-back in my mind is this lad, Pape Cisse. He is very good. He's not a bad defender, but look at his pace. Sprint speed, 86. He's very good. He's a physical player, and he would be cheap for the centre-back position. He would definitely fill the gap that we've got at the moment where we have no pace back there. I would feel far more comfortable playing a Vestergaard next to him than next to, say, Godin. So he's the front runner, but I'm not going to make the deal just yet. I want to see a few more come through and then mainly how much it's going to cost for certain players. Now, I do want Renato Sanchez. He's been recommended a lot in the comments. You guys really like the idea of him, but there's no way I can sign this man. He is injury prone as well, which is an issue, but there's no way I can sign this man until we get rid of Perez because he's going to cost that amount of money. Perez needs to go, so we know that we can sign our right-sided midfielder. So Brighton coming up now. They're 18th in the league. We're going to quick sim it, hopefully get a decent result. It's a strong starting 11 from us, I'm not going to lie. So I do expect, with the run of form we're in, that we can beat a Brighton. And this will have been a good month. If we do, we don't. We get a draw, but I'm okay with that, you know. Brighton can be a difficult side to play against, and Daka with a goal late on does give us that draw. But we did quick sim that one because we got Blackburn coming up. And I want to play that one because they want us to do well in the FA Cup as one of the achievements, just to make the board happy, get to the semi-final. We have now achieved the youth development goal, though, so that's good. Sign at least 2 players younger than 20. That will make them a little bit happier. The domestic one we're going to try and achieve, so the semi-final of the FA Cup definitely, and then the league. So we should be all right, even if we don't achieve this brand exposure one, because I just don't think we can afford to find a player who's over the age of whatever, 30, and he's 85 rated. We can't afford that at this stage. So that should be the only one that we don't achieve, the signed veteran player, and maybe the Europa League, but that's only a medium. I did notice we had a healthy amount of wage budget, so I can boost the transfer budget just a little bit there. I think at this stage, I'm going to go in for a right midfielder. I think at this stage, I'm going to go in for our right mid. Now, there's been a lot of great suggestions. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, I believe he's on loan at the moment at Marseille. Yeah, he is. So we can't sign Loftus-Cheek, although I do think that that is a great suggestion because he can play at Cam as well. Mads is, in my mind, going to start as many games as humanly possible, but Yeremy Pino is an unbelievable young talent that I think is going to be fantastic. He can play right and left and up top. He's a very good player, and he's going to grow massively at the age of 19. I'm going to sign Yeremy Pino, and I'm going to pay the release clause because I think it's only fair. There's no way in real life Villarreal would let this lad go for anywhere near this fee. I hope that he's called with rotation for now, to be honest with you, because he's going to be back up to Mads, 5 years. He's not even going to be expensive on the wages, I don't imagine there. 20k. He wants a little bit more, but we're okay with that. So Yeremy Pino, another signing done and dusted. And the youth idea here is working really well because we need that. We don't have it at the club at the minute. I don't have players on the bench and backup players that are young, that are going to improve. We just don't have it for some strange reason in this Leicester team, like we had it when we were at Spurs. I've got a transfer offer in now for Egba, but we've been trying to sell him for the entirety of this save, and he keeps rejecting contracts, so I don't see that one going through, to be honest. The Gomez deal will be done, though, just in time for this Blackburn game, and this is who we've signed so far. So Pino, Gomez, Braff, goading for the veteran that didn't work out, Madueke and Brooks. So you can see what we're trying to do here. We're trying to bring in this youth movement at Leicester, and these are going to be guys that will either be moved on for a lot of money in the future or will be first team players. Here we go then, starting lineup for this game against Blackburn Rovers in the FA Cup. Yeremy Pino comes in for his first game. It's going to be Evans and Fofana beside each other. Dewsbury Hall getting another game. I'm excited to use him because he's played well for me when I have done. Lookman will start on the left though. The bench does have both other new players in Braff and Gomez on it. Vardy and Iheanacho are going to be the forces going forward. The board want cup glory, so do I. And I do like these evening games. So hopefully, under the floodlights, we can manage this Blackburn team. I think we should be able to. I'm expecting a good performance from some of the players that we don't see as often. Dewsbury Hall being one of them. Hopefully, we'll get good games out of them today. But watch out for the Chilean up top, of course. Then Berriton Diaz doing bits for Chile. I don't actually know how he's got on for Blackburn in real life, but he's done very well for Chile for himself, so I think it definitely was the right move from him. A rare appearance for Evans today as well, and Yeremy getting his first start. It's good to see. I thought he'd gone down and got injured there instantly. That would have been devastating for us. I think he's going to be really good on the ball as he wins it back here now. Yeremy's going to run at them. And we're going to play it in behind. Are we? No, we're not. Iheanacho back to Yeremy. That's great play. Timothy Castagna whips it across. Lookman! What a first goal of the game that is going to be. That was fantastic. So just celebrate with someone, Lookman, please, buddy. Just celebrate with someone. There we go. He gets to it in the end. But what a well-worked goal that was. Yeremy wins it back, showing what he could do already. He gets it out to Castagna. Whips that back post, and Lookman just wanted it more. That was a pretty decent start to life at Leicester for Yeremy, wasn't it? And a pretty decent start for us in this cup game. I feel a little bit more confident with the bench now as well, that we've got players that we could bring on. Obviously, we've got players out injured at the moment, which isn't ideal, but now we can afford to have those injuries. And well done, Dewsbury Hall. And if that is a good ball, and it is, that man is getting his opportunity, and what a ball that was from Dewsbury Hall, and Jamie Vardy makes this 2-0 instantly. Blackburn might be in for a rough evening here. Check the time, Jamie, check the time, son. Completely stunned at how well this game has started, completely stunned. with the way that we started this match, but let's have it, lads. Let's absolutely have it. Dewsbury Hall, though. What a ball from Dewsbury Hall. That was like something from a game show, that, right? Oh, they've got Pervader of Blackburn. I forgot he was there on loan. But I'm instantly loving what we're doing at the moment. We're tearing them apart. That was a terrible pass, though, from Thomas. Not his strong point at all. I've got to be cautious because we are in front, but opportunities like that we let them create will hinder us. This is a bit of a kick clash as well. I apologise, guys. FIFA is not very good at stopping kick clashes. We've learnt that the hard way in a few games now. I should have probably checked the kits, but we could have easily worn the blue here, or we've got a black kit as well, I believe. Lookman now. Jamie Vardy wants it to be sent through. He gets it sent through, and Jamie Vardy making a mockery of Blackburn here and making it 3-0 just like that. Oh, Pike coming forward now. Well in, Thomas. That's what I want to see from him, though. We need to see improvement because I don't want to have to sign another left-back. Lookman. That is a ball to Jamie Vardy for a first-half hat-trick, maybe, for him. Oh, what a save that is. Jeremy's going to get the rebound, is he? He's not. Dewsbury Hall is, though, and he knocks it back in towards Jamie Vardy. But it'll be cleared in the end by the Blackburn defenders. Well, spectacular first half from us. Gonna say it. We deserve everything we've got in this game so far. Unbelievable first half from that man as well. Jamie Vardy. He just shows you we haven't used him as much because of how well Dak has played. But Vardy is still a hugely important player to this team. I do hate to take a hat-trick away from someone, but I am doing. Angel Gomez is on up top. He can play in that position. He's going to play up top. And we've also brought on Jaden Braff on the left wing. We're 3-0 up. It just seems like the correct decision to make here. We're playing extremely well. Let's give those young players these opportunities. There aren't that many big opportunities throughout a season. This is one of them. Let's see if any of them can take it. Jeremy's already looked very good, so it looks like we're very set with Madueke and Jeremy in those positions. Now, Braffy's going to have some grass to run in front of, and he's going to play the ball to Gomez. What's Gomez got now? He's got some pace. Gomez. Oh, my God. That is a red card, referee. How is that a yellow? We would have scored. Gomez was moments away from flicking that ball into Jeremy Pino for his first goal, and Pike takes him out. Very smart decision to take him out, to be fair, because that definitely would have been a goal. Free kick. And obviously, you guys know already, I'm getting ever better at these. Iheanacho's going to take it, and I'm just probably going to score here, guys. So just watch this goal hit the back of the net from Kelechi Iheanacho. Kelechi Iheanacho scores the free kick. I was shocked because the camera went all over the shot. The goalkeeper's got to do better, but Kelechi Iheanacho makes it 4 from a free kick. Yes, I'm very good at FIFA. Okay? Very good. Gomez now. Oh, he's got lovely footwork. Not the right pass, but I'm already enjoying using him. Good ball forward now to Diaz. Jonathan Evans pulling him back a little bit, but he did enough. It ended up at Rothwell's feet, though. We didn't do enough, and that's a great save from Schmeichel. Dewsbury Hall there finds Jeremy Pino, who probably would have had a goal a moment ago, but what a pass that is in behind for Gomez for his first goal for Leicester City. And we are on fire. We are rampant, and our new young stars are doing bits. Gomez back in England, obviously. Remember, the Man United Academy player was a big prospect. What a finish that is. I'm excited right now, guys, about this team. I am extremely excited about how we've managed to improve this team in January. There's still more business to be done yet in this episode, though, guys. It's going to be a bit of a long one, I reckon, but these transfer windows should be something for you to sit down and watch, have on in the background. Something nice and long to listen to. But I'm very impressed with these new players. Jeremy Gomez there getting a goal. Maybe he can be an option up top from time to time when we need it. You never know with injuries. Versatility is huge for a team like us. And Brereton. They haven't been too bad coming forward. We've just managed them well, but Gallagher will find the back of the net. And it's only going to be a consolation. Jeremy now's got really good footwork. I'm enjoying using him. Brooks is going to loft that to Iheanacho. Iheanacho to Gomez! Oh, what a goal that would have been. Rotation, for once, has gone extremely well for us there today. Blackburn, to be fair, weren't at the races in that first half, and that's where we won it. They looked a lot better in the second half, but at the end of the day, the damage was done. And some of the young boys, we got to see what they could do. Some of the new lads as well. Great performance from Jeremy, Dewsbury Hall. Gomez came on and scored. Braff had a great game. Very excited about the team we're building, boys. Well, it is lovely when it just comes together like that. It really is, especially when the new boys come in and have an impact. The window's not done, of course. Another transfer bid for Perez. Leipzig, it's not as much as I would have wanted. I want to give me Hugo Nova, who I definitely don't want. I'm going to negotiate this and see if they'll just give us the money and not Hugo Nova, who is, I mean, he could be great in the future, but I don't want him. 12.2, and I would be happy. They're going to agree to that. Now, hopefully, Pires can agree a deal to go there. Good news, Regberry's finally left the club, and old Brighton has gone as well. Pires leaves, so that deal is done. We will now bring in Renato Sanchez. He's been recommended so much. I think that should be the guy we go for. When you think about it, you've got Tielemans and Didi, Sanchez. I mean, the options are bloody endless. Need to get in quick as well. Napoli are going in for him as well at the same time. 33.5 should be enough to sign him, and I think that's an absolute bargain. I'm not going to lie. It's because potentially he's going to be out of contract. I don't know, because we can't negotiate a future contract with him, so maybe it's not that. I don't know what it is, but that's a cheap deal. Luckily, he's okay with important because he will be rotated between the two great centre mids we have already. 73 grand. I mean, it's a decent deal as well on the wages. It does leave me 7 million, but I don't think that's going to be enough for a centre back. Timber would be too much, and then really the rest we've got on here they're expensive. Gravadol won't move because he's just joined there. I mean, Cisse is probably the cheapest one. Again, we don't have the money for it, so it would mean someone would have to go, and I just don't think anyone's going to go now. We don't get our centre back, but we do get our centre mid, and we get 3 wingers, which is really handy because now we've got much more strength in depth. We've got much better rotation, and most importantly, they're all future-proof. I think this is actually a very good window, to be honest. And I'm looking forward to the rest of the season now. I think we'll be able to do good bits. We've got a transfer offer for Johnny Evans from Burnley. I'm actually going to accept it because we don't use him enough. He's not bad. I know he's a bit of a club legend as well, but we don't use him enough. So we could theoretically let him go there and get Cisse. Evans is sold, and we are against the clock now. We've got 3 hours left. We're going to go in for Cisse. He's very quick and very physical, and he's going to be a very handy player for us, regardless of age. Just go straight in with 10. I need him. So 10 million, hopefully they'll accept it. They're wanting a fee we can't afford. I will keep the sell-on clause, but I need to lower the transfer fee. 11.3. We get the deal done. Lovely. Let's hopefully negotiate not a ridiculous contract now for him. He's only on 23 now, so I'm just going to offer him 30 because I feel like coming to the Prem, he would get a pay hike. So I will give him a pay hike because he would do. If he was moving to the Prem, he'd definitely get a pay raise. And there we go. Business done. Oh, he rejected it. He didn't like it. I thought business was done and dusted. We have failed to sign Pape Cisse. That is devastating. That was a pay rise. We was giving him more cash. He's just not happy with the deal. So that is going to be the end of our window. Oh, I'm gutted about that, boys. I thought we'd done brilliant to negotiate that. I'm shocked he didn't like the deal. Regardless, though, in my mind, that is a good window. Let's have a cheeky look at what anybody else has done. Let's see if there's any eye-raising kind of fees being spent, because I've noticed this year they are a little bit more regulated. Arsenal only bringing 1 player in. Villa, 2 players in. Brentford, no one. Rico Henry left. Brighton only 1. Burnley doing a bit of business, but they are struggling this season. Chelsea didn't do much. Palace didn't do much. Everton signed Lindelof. Good luck to them. Ramos and Mallow in at Leeds. We did a bit of business, but we didn't do much in the summer, so I think it was needed to be done. Man City have done a bit of business as well, hopefully to fight for the league, as well as Manchester United. Newcastle not really doing out. I'm intrigued to see in a patch if Newcastle actually get a takeover and they have more money. We'll see what happens. I think that's Marco kind of there to Tottenham. That's a good deal for them. But overall, you can see in January now, they're not as reckless with the transfers. Well, I managed to get myself manager of the month as well. Happy days. What a month that was then. Next time out, we will quick sim the Liverpool game because we played them in this episode. I'm trying to vary it a little bit more. We've got a double header against Shakhtar, which will be huge. Games against Wolves, West Ham and Chelsea as well. So we'll decide which ones of those we're going to do. But now we can move forward. We're going to have to rotate a little bit more, but now we can move forward with, I believe, what is a much stronger squad. That's going to be it for this one, guys. I hope you're having a wonderful week. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you very much for your support. As per usual, if you are new around here, please smash the subscribe button, as well as hitting the like button and leaving comments, because it helps the video be seen more. Even if your comment is a thumbs up or a high, which some of you regularly do, thank you very much. Let me know how you rate our transfer window as well. I think we kept it realistic, which I love to do. You guys know that if you watch me. And we've really made this team look good for the future. I'm excited to use Renato Sanchez.